Alright, so this video's giveaway is a shiny Dragonite, which makes it instantly better than the official giveaway that's going to be going on next month because it's shiny as opposed to, not, and, having random IVs? Whatever. Mine has good IVs, it's shiny, leave a comment to win. Hey everyone, today I've got a battle for you against Rix, aka Rix Gaming, whose links will be in the description below. Now, this was the first time in a long time that either of us have played OU, so this is gonna be a good one. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here comes Rix for a challenge. Now, I'm gonna lead off with Manny because I'm thinking, hey, I could go for the Stealth Rocks. Either way, it's gonna do some serious damage. It's gonna be able to hit things, but he leads off with his Ghost Jelly, so I'm thinking, alright, I've gotta go for this knockoff really quick because I've gotta see if I can get this thing out. Now, it doesn't quite take it out, but it gets rid of its leftovers, which is very helpful as he goes for the Scald, and I'm thinking, well, Mamoswine's useful, but I'm just gonna stay in. So he goes out into No Time for Legs, and No Time for Legs is gonna take this Earthquake really quick, and that is going to that's gonna be pretty good until I see the burn. So this is Flame Orb, not Assault Vest like you see all the time. Flame Orb, that is good because he can take some more damage from special attacks, and bad because he's automatically buffed up. So what are you gonna do though? Now, I just decided to stay in because there was nothing that there's nothing that I had that wanted to take a guts boosted Drain Punch or anything like that, and I didn't want to give him too much more health anyway. So I go out into Rafiki here, and I'm thinking, you know what, I'm just going to go for the priority really quick, go for the Muck Punch, and that should take him out. But of course he switches out into his Ghost Jelly, and so that is not going to do a thing. So instead, I figured, I didn't calc anything, I figured that from that range an Overheat would kill, and it looks like he lived on like 1, so that's kind of unfortunate. I knew it wasn't going to do that much. Obviously he resists. Now he predicts the switch there and goes for the Will-O-Wisp, so I'm glad I stayed in. I'm not going to say that was a pro play or anything like that because it definitely wasn't. I didn't predict anything on that part. I was just thinking I'm just going to stay in. So yeah, I managed to take this thing down, and now he's about to go out to the Donphan, Tuscan. And it's kind of funny, I was thinking about this before actually, and it would have been good. I actually wouldn't have minded the matchup of my Infernape against the Donphan because I'm carrying the Grass Knot, but since my special attack had gone down 2 stages, I figured I'm gonna get out, and I went into my Scizor, and he clearly predicted the Gengar switch there. That's why I went for the knockoff, but well, either way, knockoff's pretty good. Either way, doesn't matter, Scizor's in here, and I'm gonna be able to get that Sword Stance up real quick, and this thing is about to go down, but I don't want to risk anything, so I just go for the Bullet Punch, get the unnecessary crit. That thing's down. I'm very pleased with that because it is a huge threat. Either way, Plantosaurus the Venusaur is here, and this thing's gonna Mega straight off the bat. Now, Plantosaurus, Venusaur, always a problem. Seriously, always a problem. Alright, so this is a +2 Bullet Punch. That's a 3-hit KO. That is ridiculous as he goes for this Leech Seed. So there's no way, even at +2 from my Technician boosted Scizor right now, this honestly, with the Leech Seed and all of that, it's probably like a 4-hit KO, maybe even 5. Doesn't matter because he's making my Scizor take a little nap here. So, it doesn't bode well for me right now because Venusaur is always a problem. Now I'm thinking I could switch out and preserve the Scizor, but at the same time it's asleep. There isn't really much that I could do. I figure I could just stay in and hope I wake up and get one more Bullet Punch off before this thing goes down. Hindsight, just thinking about it afterwards, I should have probably just switched Scizor out just to make sure that he couldn't use Sleep Powder anymore because of Sleep Claws, but I mean, like I said, hindsight's 2020. What are you gonna do? At this point, I'm just sacking off the Scizor, like I said. So there you go, Scizor, Cutman.exe going down. But yeah, so here comes Watson. Now, I wanted to use Mega Metagross, alright, and if I, like, that's just lucky on my part, because Metagross really checks Venusaur. So at this point, I need to make sure my Metagross is here. Obviously, he switched out. There isn't really anything that I can do about that, as I miss my Zen Headbutt. Like I said, I've got to make sure this thing stays nice and healthy, so I'm gonna get right out of there and go into Ribbons. Now, he is going for this Bug Buzz really quick, and that is not really gonna do all that much. But I mean, hey, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna get my leftovers recovery back real quick, and it's kind of funny. So I built this team about a week ago and didn't really get to use it, and so I just kind of up and got into a battle, and as I'm using it, I'm like, oh, I've got things like my Sylveon has Heal Bell, you know, and I'm like, oh, I could have preserved my Scizor either way, because I could have just got Sylveon in here at some point and just gone for the Heal Bell. But hey, even more so, like I was saying before, hindsight. Now, Plantosaurus is going to come back, and I'm not going to leave my Sylveon in on this thing, so I'm going to switch out into Nox. And my Gengar is just going to go for the Icy Wind. Now, really, I know that's not going to do anything, and I know Venusaur's got the Thick Fat, so there's it's not even really going to take super effective damage from the Icy Wind. But at the same time, I'm thinking, you know, I can make sure when I come in with something else that this thing is just going to go down. Well, okay, not that it's going to go down, but that I'm going to be going first, even though Venusaur is not exactly known for its speed, but I mean, whatever. Either way, Gengar's asleep now, so I'm back into my Sylveon, who manages to take some Leech Seeds, which I don't like. I don't like that at all, but it happens, you know? Venusaur goes for Leech Seeds sometimes. Yeah, so this, I'm still, and here's the thing too, so I'm getting better, but I'm still having some of these rusty moments where I do things like leave a Fairy type in on a Poison type, and then get poisoned, and just generally go down to Leech Seed and Poison. Spoilers for like 2 seconds later. Yeah, but either way, managed to throw up that Wish though, so that's cool, because I'm going to be able to come in and know that whatever I bring in is pretty much safe for a turn with that Wish just chilling in the back there. So of course I'm gonna go out to Watson, and there is no way that he was going to stay in there. So he goes out to Uptown Funk. His, I forget this thing's name actually. Either way, I get the Rock Polish off, which is gonna be fantastic, because even though I forget that thing's name, I know it's pretty much the fastest thing in the world. And so with the Rock Polish though, I'm actually gonna be able to outspeed it, get the Earthquake off, knock that thing out. There you go. Now he's gonna come out into Tuscan, and I'm thinking at this point, I have to gamble. So I stay in and go for the Meteor Mash. Now, I could have gone out into Gengar, which is clearly what he predicted there with the knockoff, and that would have really done me nothing because the Gengar is asleep. So I just stayed in and went for more Meteor Meshes as he switches out into his Porygon Z. Now that thing is not going to take a Meteor Mash. I'm sorry, it's going down. And at this point, he's got to go back out into Tuscan, because what else is he going to do, really? I'm going to go for more Meteor Meshes, and I'm pretty much, at this point, it's looking like a mini Mega Metagross sweep. That is difficult to say, actually. Mini Mega Metagross. Yeah, but so, at this point, Plantosaurus comes back. I'm going to go for the Zen Headbutt, and that is going to one-shot. Got the crit, but I'm pretty sure it didn't matter, and even so I had Infernape in the back, so there you go. So there you have it. A nice victory for me, but I'm not convinced that I'm in top form yet. After all, this match could have easily gone either way. The whole thing really hinged on my opponent's prediction there with the Donphan going for knockoff instead of Earthquake. Either way though, if you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch ya next time.